Yo, got a story for you. Hopefully, it'll motivate you the way it motivated me. I can't tell stories the same way other people tell them, so I'm gonna do my own swaggy on it, you know what I'm saying? So it go like this. Once upon a time, there was a wise man. This wise man's occupation was he was an author, a writer, a scientist, and a poet. He was all of these things, jack of all trades type dude, right? Just a really smart, eccentric, just philosophizing wise dude, right? And he just loved to write. Well, what he would do, sort of as his motivation to get material, as his muse or whatever you want to call it, his spiritual enlightenment before he would get to work, is he would take strolls on the beach and try and take in things that he saw as motivation to write his books and poetry and whatnot. Well, as he was walking one morning, early morning, on the beach, he saw a figure that looked like it was a human figure dancing. For some reason, he had this level of excitement that was heightened, and he rushed to this figure to try and see who this person was, up with him. He had been walking this beach for years, and no one was ever there at this time of the morning, and he just kind of wanted to meet this person. Well, as he gets closer, he realized this was not a human being that was dancing, but instead it was someone, a young man who was throwing stuff into the ocean. So he ran up on old buddy and was like, yo, what you doing? And dude that was throwing stuff was like, I'm throwing these starfish back into the ocean. And the dude was like, well, why are you going to do that? Why are you going to waste your time and do that? And the younger guy says to the wise man, well, if I don't throw them back in the ocean, they're going to sit on the beach here and they're going to die. And the wise man sat there and looked at him like this, like hit him with the what you mean face, like sideways, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would you do that? You're wasting your time. There's so many starfish as we walk around this beach. You see them. There's a high population of starfish. They all on the beach. It's going to take you forever. You couldn't possibly make a difference in all of these starfish lives and save all of them. And the younger dude was like, as he threw another starfish back into the ocean, he said to the wise man, I just helped that one. So the wise man was a little upset by this and perturbed, like, why would this dude be wasting his time on this beautiful beach trying to save all these starfish? And it was hurting him about what that guy said. He just couldn't get it, so he went back home, tossed and turned all night, and then he made an attempt to wake up earlier than he ever had and went out there and started helping that guy throw the starfish, I should say, back into the ocean. And that's what it's all about, man. That's what the Great 580 is. That's what it should be about for you. If you don't understand the moral of that story, then go back and watch this again. I read that earlier today and thought it was motivating. Sometimes, especially as pastors or community activists or leaders or people who just trying to do something around Lawton or whatever community you live in, whatever the case may be, it gets hard when you feel like you don't have enough support. You really want to save everybody, but you just can't reach them all. I've had several people come through my youth group that are in prison right now. Some of them are dead. Some of them are doing good things. And you know, you reach one, teach one. But the story of the starfish and this young guy really, really intrigued me. And that's what it's all about. And you see, the younger guy was able to have influence on the older guy who was really being a hater at the time. But the older guy who was hating at first ended up coming around and helping the younger guy throw as many starfish back into the ocean and saving them just one at a time. And you know what? That's all we can do sometimes. Save one at a time and hope that God handles the rest. So we continue to pray for the community, continue to pray for these kids, man. Hashtag the Great 580, man. Y'all know what it is.